Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. This is the Papa Joe Show where Papa Joe knows. I am your host, Papa Joe, and I really do appreciate you all being here today. It is Monday. It is a glorious Monday, and I thank you all for being part of the show. If you are new to the channel, consider giving us a subscribe here. We like to talk about all kinds of different subjects, and I do a Patreon where I take the gloves off, and I have a lot of fun with that. That's in the description of the video if y'all want to check that out. I go and dig into different pieces of current events and try to throw my opinion out there, but I can't do that on here because, well, our First Amendment's under attack. So that does help the channel out if you're part of that. So definitely consider giving that a subscribe or a sign up or whatever you want to call it. But anyhow, today we're going to look at MasterCard. We're going to look at some interesting things that they are bringing to the table. I'm not so sure the adoption pieces of it will work or not. We'll see. They are doing some things that is needed. And since they are a household name, so to speak, in the banking sector, it might actually catch on. If nothing else, get people involved in the crypto space and potentially let them come to find people like Papa Joe here. And hey, you don't hold your keys, you don't hold your coins kind of conversation, if you know what I mean. That is an Ethiopian. That is a really good Ethiopian black coffee. Just put it in there today, freshly roasted. So, what are y'all drinking in there? Throw in their live chat. By the way, there is a live chat running. Do me a favor. Say hey. If nothing else, I would love to see who's watching. Some other stuff we're going to take a look at is some interesting regulation that potentially may be coming down the pipe. And I forgot to read one of the articles I pulled up. So we're going to wing that one when we get to it. Anyhow, yeah, the regulation is interesting conversation. It's an interesting conversation in the crypto world. I say it all the time on the show. Good luck regulating it because, well, it's Bitcoin. It's outside of their jurisdiction. Even if they put it inside of their jurisdiction, they really would have a very hard time regulating something that they don't issue. But that's a discussion for another time, I think. Oh, like the Patreon. Those are the types of conversations I try to have over there. Those of you who follow me over there, you know that we dig into some very interesting subjects. Some subjects just need to be covered. Sometimes it's just me ranting and taking the gloves off with whatever's going on. So anyhow, enough of all that fun stuff. Let's jump into the content today. If I could push the right button. There we go. So Bitcoin had a spike down last week. We were on the hour. So yeah, this is last week. It looks like Friday-ish. Thursday, Friday. Yeah. Was interesting spike down and then a really big interesting spike up. Looks like there's some manipulation in that particular thing. That's just my personal opinion. But the Dow did something very similar. You look at the correlation of the Dow and the Nasdaq, those are some odd spikes. Gold has always been pushed down, but the thing is gold can't go too far. Because if they did, then the ruble, you guys, we talked about that. How Russia decided to not peg their ruble to gold, but give a baseline, if you will, like a stop line. So they can't go too much further than they are now. Divi is doing its thing. It's down and then back up as always. There's a lot of stuff going on with the Divi, right? So just for what it's worth, Divi is Divi is going to be one that I think we're going to see some very big moves as the year continues on. Ethereum very much so following the same patterns as Bitcoin. So is Matic, which is interesting to me at least. And guess what? Mortgage rates are up again. Right, this particular chart updates I think once or twice a week, so I don't have the current exact numbers, but this just updated. It looks like yesterday, today, I don't know. Thursday, excuse me. Okay, so it looks like on Thursdays it updates. Whatever. So that's a big deal when it comes to what's coming down the pipe from a economic standpoint. Okay, as I say often on the show, the entire housing market is on its way down. If you look across the board, the vast majority of homes have done price drops. When that happens, people are going to, who are buying, will sit there until it is in a reasonable purchase zone. They're not going to fight on things. I've seen homes come across the board with a price drop and paying all closing costs and doing all repairs and all these other. I've seen some pretty interesting stuff come across. But they still want that high number, and it's like, you guys and gals are realizing this value of your home is not that much. 2 years ago, you bought it for 50% less than you're asking for it now. It doesn't rise 50% in 2 years. It just doesn't work. It doesn't happen. So we're in a debt crisis, and it's interesting that a mastercard, being a credit card processing company, them and Visa are technically the same owners, whatnot. Yeah. So mastercard is going to help banks offer cryptocurrency trading. I don't know if you remember last year. There was some stuff, or the year before last, that came across from a regulatory standpoint that banks can hold cryptocurrency. They just don't have the infrastructure set up in place. Well, mastercard, it looks like they're going to work on not only helping facilitate the holding, but also the trading of crypto as well, which makes your banks all exchanges, which is interesting. In other words, they're going to build, I guess, a decentralized exchange. Maybe, I don't know what they're going to do. They've effectively tapped Paxos. I don't know if anyone's familiar with Paxos. I'm a little bit familiar with them, not too much, but yeah, Mastercard is looking to bring crypto to the masses by making it easier for banks to get involved. Well, legal framework's already there for banks to get involved. It's the fact that they haven't pulled the trigger yet. In order for MasterCard and the banks to remain relevant, guess what? They have to pivot. They have to move into crypto. And I still have people going, crypto's not going to last. Crypto's not going to be there. I mean, places where, even like where I work, I'm like, guys and gals, y'all need to start looking at accepting cryptocurrency as a payment, because if you don't, you're going to be left in the dust. Right now, you have the golden opportunity to come out and sit here and help help make the rules and the regulations around what you want this to be and how you want this to happen. And yet you're just going to sit there and be dictated to and told what to do with it instead. That's okay, I guess. But at the end of the day, you're losing money by doing that. Anyhow, the payments giant plans to announce a program on Monday. I guess today, because this was, when was this written? Oh, it is Monday. It's written today, I guess, whatever. That will help financial institutions offer cryptocurrency trading. The company told CNBC. MasterCard will act as a bridge. We all know what that means in the crypto world. Between Paxos, a crypto trading platform already used by PayPal, to offer similar services, and banks, according to the company. I guess 2 banks, whatever. MasterCard and Paxos will handle regulatory compliance and security. What regulation? I guess the trading, maybe, I don't know. 2 reasons banks cite for avoiding the asset class entirely. Interesting. Some customers have been skeptical too. Cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin are known for volatility, and the world's digital assets have lost more than half of their value this year. But so far this year, I'm pretty sure the Dow's lost, what, 20%, 30%, 40%? What was it that it's lost? I don't actually know. Let's go to the month range. A lot. I don't know. Let's see. 2019, 2021, January 2020. Let's see if I can get it right. So from in the past year, it looks like it's lost more than... Actually, I don't know what the percentages on that would be. I'm curious now. I gotta go look that up. I'll look it up later. Anyhow, where was I at? The industry has suffered billions in hijacks since January, coupled with multiple high-profile bankruptcies, which is what the regulators are trying to use to regulate the system. The thing is they can't regulate a system that's everywhere and yet nowhere, and they can't regulate a system. Well, they can't regulate a system that's not centralized. It just, nope. That's not possible. MasterCard's chief digital officer said polling still shows demand for the asset. but roughly 60% respondents said they would rather test the waters through their existing banks, which is weird. Actually, no, it's not weird. It's not weird at all because the vast majority of folks who are in this space who are curious about crypto, who would want to go through their banks, are quite frankly people who are much on the older generations, right? They would prefer to use their banking system because they're used to it. They would prefer to use the trading platforms that they're used to. They would prefer to um, hold their crypto in their bank because that's what they're used to. Well, the younger generations are like, yeah, no, I can be my own bank. I don't gotta let you. You're not closed on the weekends. You're not closed in the evenings. I can do my transactions without you involved. But the next generations, they don't want that third party. They don't need it. Basically, they're a bunch of software developers and engineers who are like, I can build everything the bank does into software and make it happen for everybody. Call, I don't know, that's what Bitcoin does, doesn't it? Yeah, cryptocurrency. That whole thing where we built our own banking system that doesn't require a bank to. Anyways, yeah, there's no CEO of the bank that you can run to. You are your own bank. You are responsible for your own money. That is intensely good coffee. Wow. There are a lot of customers out there that are really interested in this and intrigued by crypto, but would feel a lot more confident if these services were offered by their financial institutions. Mastercard's chief digital officer, Jorn Lambert, told CNBC in an interview, "It's a little scary to some people, or some people still. Here's the deal: whether that is true or not, they're telling that generation that was used to using those institutions, don't worry, we got it. They're trying to remain relevant. There's no need for MasterCard with Bitcoin and crypto. There's no need for the banks with Bitcoin and crypto. There's just not. So, how do they remain relevant? They go and they build the plumbing that allows the 60% of the folks who are still in the banking system, who are have their 401ks in the stock market and their IRAs in the stock market, and they want to use their traditional institutions. So they're remaining relevant by doing so. Here's the deal: that 60% will shrink rapidly in the next several years as people start to realize they really do not need their banking institutions. They do not need them taking fees on top of the other fees. They do not need them holding or custodying their money. They can custodian their own. They can custodian their own money. It's very fascinating to me, and they're just trying to remain relevant. People want to use their MasterCards, their credit cards, their debit cards, whatever. Go for it. Have fun. That's going away though. It is. As soon as you can tap and pay with your phone when it comes to your crypto, it's done. It's done. I pulled up this other one from a cryptocurrency point of view. They are in interesting. Well, I don't know if this is the right one or not. Whatever. MasterCard officially announced on October 17th a new program to enable financial institutions to bring crypto trading capabilities and services to their customers. They're calling it the Crypto Source. The program is designed to allow users to buy, hold, and sell cryptocurrencies, complemented by MasterCard's proprietary crypto secure solution for additional security and compliance. I would be interested to see what that is. I have a company, a business that's a blockchain consulting. By the way, that is listed in the description of the video, by the way. I'm curious. I may knock on their door and see what is in that crypto secure solution. It is proprietary, so it is theirs, but if being a blockchain consulting company, it would be curious to see what's actually in there. Anyhow, the tool is launched in incorporation with MasterCard's existing partner, Paxos Trust Company, as reportedly expected to launch in Q4 2022. Wow, interesting. So now it is October after all, right? Paxos is known for providing similar services to global payment giant PayPal, which launched its first crypto services in late 2020. Yep. What we are announcing today is a connected approach to services that will help bring users safely in and securely into the crypto ecosystem. That is interesting. Why is that such a big deal all of a sudden? Why do they care so much? Because it's not going away. You guys and gals, my regular listeners, y'all know part of the reason I started the show is to connect that high level stuff. We have made ourselves heard. We have made ourselves heard. We aren't going away. They tried to brush you off. Then they tried to fight you. Now they're accepting you and joining you. You can't beat them, join them. That's what this is happening. That's what's happening here. It's kind of fun. It's kind of fun to see this stuff, right? They're still trying to regulate stuff, but they can't. You can't regulate something that's not centralized. It's physically impossible. It's just not. It's physically impossible. Get this at the bottom here. As regulation comes in, there is going to be a higher degree of security available in the crypto platforms. I got news for you guys and gals. I don't care what, being in IT, having an IT background, it doesn't matter what security you have in place. It will always be beaten. Hackers have, that is what that is what they live and breathe for. Okay? If you have anything centralized, it will I don't want to say 100% of the time, but most of the time it will be hacked. If there's a big enough honeypot for them to go after it, they will go after it. If it's worth their time, they will. That is what they do. That is their challenge, right? They go after the challenge, they make it happen, and that's what they do. Whether we like it or not, that is in fact the case. Anyhow, they think they're going to bring all this security into place. Great. If it's centralized, it's going to be touched. Coinbase has been hacked. Binance has been hacked. Kraken has been hacked. All of these exchanges have been hacked because they are not hiring cybersecurity experts. They probably have now, but they did not do that before. Companies that are hacked typically have significant security. The thing is, though, and it's really, really stupid, but it is what it is. The vast majority of people who get hacked are very susceptible to phishing. Here's a rule. We'll go to a security minded for a second. Here's a rule. If you get an email from any financial institution, great. Saying something is whatever, great. Don't click on anything in the email. Go directly to the website. Log into your account. Check your notifications inside there. 9 times out of 10, that email didn't come from that institution. It came from somebody trying to get you to go to a mirror site to capture your login information and then go into the actual site and change everything and screw you over. I'm not kidding. I've seen it time and time again. If you get an email from any institution, financial institution that you bank with, you do crypto with, don't click on it. Delete it. Go to the account. You'll have notifications there if you need to do anything. Okay? Another rule. If they call you, if Coinbase won't do it because they won't even return your calls anyways. But anyways, I digress. Any financial institution calls you, say, great, thank you. Get the person's name, get their extension, and say, great, I'm going to call back. And I'm going to ask to speak to you. You go to the website, go to the phone number, call them back, ask to speak with them. If they're a real person, you'll get right back to them. Otherwise, don't trust it. Okay? Phishing is that simple. It's a phone call, it's an email, it's a text message. If it's a phone call, there's how you figure it out. If it's an email or a text message, don't click on anything in there. Don't even open it. Go to the website. Log into your account. Don't go through the links or whatever. Your password's about to expire. Whatever. Your account's been hacked. Whatever. Did you approve this transaction? Whatever. Don't touch it. It's phishing. It is so easy to get somebody that way. It's not funny. It is so easy because the human mind works. Oh, they're doing me a favor. They're letting me know something. No, They won't. They don't. They don't care about you. They care. You're a number to them. If something happens, you're usually the one telling them something happened. They don't tell you something happened. That's not how they work. They are not proactive in that way. Just take that to heart if you don't mind. Please be careful. Do not touch your phishing. Do not touch emails that come from these institutions because they probably aren't from them. They're just probably not. Anyhow, the Fed pivots may bring immediate relief to Bitcoin. Well, here's the deal. The Fed's still raising rates, so I don't. This isn't going to stop for any time soon because they printed way. I have the hiccups. They printed way too much money. Traders may want to consider the tendency of stocks to drop more after the central bank cuts off the easing cycle. The thing is that they're not going to ease. They're going to continue. The battered Bitcoin bulls may be eagerly awaiting the Fed to move away from its liquidity tightening to offer a lifeline to risky assets. The so-called Fed pivot in favor of easing, however, may not bring immediate relief to the crypto market. Here's the deal. If you have traditional traders trading in the crypto market, to them it's a risky asset. To us, it's not. To us, it is freedom from this banking cartel, the stupid systems that we've been under for so long, the control mechanisms. If they're talking about risky assets, these are the traditional traders. They're looking at crypto as a risk asset. It's really not. Anyhow, yeah, they're having some interesting things bringing this up. When the Fed pivots, stocks crash by more than. Just so everyone's aware, y'all know this is coming, right? Okay, so in 2007, 2009, 18 months, the pivot to the bottom. So this was in 2007, 2009, so 2008. Yeah, 50%. Dot-com bubble, 38%. Gulf War recession, 4.4%. Double dip recession, 16.5%. The 1973 recession, the 1969 recession. Okay, you see, guys, there's a pattern here. There's a pattern. Okay, they think crypto is going to really fall. The thing is what I've said on the show many, many, many times. This time around, they have crypto. We have crypto. The money's not going to go into the dollar because inflation's been a problem. Okay, money's going to go to crypto. I really think it's going to be the exit strategy, that people will rush into it to protect themselves. I really do. Regulation is coming and Bitcoin will benefit. Interesting how this little article is written. CFTC and SEC regulation for Bitcoin is inevitable. No, it's not. You see, the SEC can't regulate something like this because they are not the issuers of it. They cannot regulate technology. That is not their job. The CFTC can regulate a commodity, but not technology. Okay, crypto is technology first and foremost. It is utilizing technology that is designed for it has regulation built into it. It is a pre-regulated, already regulated system. Anyhow, while some people are against it, yours truly, regulatory clarity will help Bitcoin adoption and boost the price. To some extent, perhaps, yes. So, this is interesting. The continued discussion about the need for comprehensive U.S. regulatory framework to identify opportunities and risk within the rapidly growing Bitcoin sector has caught the attention of the wider public. So the chairman of the CFTC said recently that proper regulation of the cryptocurrency space could have significant positive effects on the market growth, particularly for Bitcoin. Growth might occur if we have a well-regulated space. The thing is if we let them regulate it, if we let ourselves sit inside of their sandbox, yeah, we'll see what happens. People might just do that. They might be, oh yeah, we'll thanks for the lollipop. We'll go sit in the sandbox. while they lollygag around in their yachts, their townhomes, whatever. He also said, I think that's a he, Bonham, Rustin. Anyhow, Bitcoin might double in price if there's a CFTC regulated market. That would be interesting. Which made headlines around the globe. His comments aren't surprising given that he has emphasized the need for regulatory clarity in the Bitcoin market several times before. The CFTC and the SEC must work together. Mm-mm. Earlier this year, representatives of the State Agriculture Committee, which oversees CFTC, proposed a new bill that would make the CFTC the primary regulator of the digital assets industry and strengthen its control over cryptocurrency spot markets. The bill would also require trading companies to register with the CFTC. Bohem Ben Benman, I guess is how you say his name, voiced his support for the bipartisan bill, which would also allow the CFTC to charge fees on regulatory entities and reinforce its financial power. Why would you even want that? Seriously, we are currently appointed. We are currently appropriated money by Congress, and it has put us in a position where we feel like we are constantly on edge about how much money we will be appropriated. Benman's added during the New York school law event, whatever you want to call it. We are still feeling the wounds and scars from about 5 or 6 years of flat funding. Wah. Anyhow, here's the bottom line. For the years, the CFTC and the SEC have squabbled for the role of top regulator of the cryptocurrency industry. The thing is, though, is if they can't figure this out, how in the heck do you think they're going to figure out regulating crypto? You can't regulate crypto. It's a technology. Both have been reluctant to issue much in the way of formal guidance for Bitcoin companies, cryptocurrency, whatever, choosing instead to set a regulatory precedent through enforcement actions. While the industry experts aren't supportive of the creation of a comprehensive regulatory framework for Bitcoin, many continue to stress the importance of having more clarity in this area. While many Bitcoin narratives are still against any regulation, the added clarity could further accelerate the evolution of the asset. Here's the deal. Folks. Even if they try to regulate this, it's going to have no teeth. They can't put teeth in it. And I'm telling you guys, they can try all they want. They have no authority over it. They have no legal jurisdiction because it's not US dollars. It's a technology first and foremost. Yes, Bitcoin's a commodity. Yes, it's a cash. No, it's not a security. It's just not. These other businesses building blockchain technology, they're solving real world solutions. In order to use their platform, you have to have the token to access the platform because it is a security minded asset. It is technology requiring public and private keys. Guess what? There are public and private certificates. If you've been at all in any IT related environment, you have a public certificate, you have a private certificate. It's very similar to public and private key, but you can't access those without the tokens. Do you see where I'm going with this? From getting into the weeds for just a second here, the technology in and of itself is designed to build a solution that solves a real world problem using blockchain technology. Just because there's a monetized token, just so they can earn an income off of the creation of the tool, there's nothing wrong with that. So, last one I forgot to read. Kevin O'Leary expresses experts. Excuse me. expects Bitcoin to go up when Stablecoin Transparency Act passes. I have no idea what this act is. I am very curious about it. I did not get a chance to read into it, but I will be. So, this act is very simple in nature, which is why it may pass. It's been supported by both parties, and the reason that's the case is that it makes effectively the US dollar the default payment system worldwide. Yeah. All right. Anyhow, I'm going to read that later, but go check that out. I've been curious about it. I'm going to run through and say hey to everyone. Do me a favor if you're watching live, say hey in the chat. If you catch this on a replay, drop a comment down below. What's up, Tom? How are you doing, brother? It's good to see you today. Hopefully you are doing well. And, well, that's not cool. Hopefully you were able to continue on. What's going on, Kim? How are you? It's been a little bit. Hopefully you are doing well. Gloria, good morning. What's up? How are you today? We've got Bitcoin Bull in the house. How's it going? Hey, Sharon, how are you? Thanks for jumping in. Do appreciate it. Oh my goodness. Let's see here. We got Evan. How are you? U.S. making people working in China either leave or lose U.S. citizenship. This will force China to invade Taiwan faster for microchips, but China's microchip production will be hit by this move. Yeah, it will. Welcome, Evan. It's good to see you. Appreciate you being part of the show today. Bitcoin Bull, you are watching while working again. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. Let's see who else is here. We got Lithia in the house. What's going on, Lithia? How's it going? Afternoon to you, Crypto Professor. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. There is a link listed below Bitcoin Consultants Worldwide. Check that out. The Crypto Professor can help you out with any kind of consulting related stuff within crypto. If you want to check that out, he is listed there. If I'm not mistaken, you still are, brother. Hopefully you're doing well. It's good to see you, man. Trini Man, what's up, brother? Thanks for being part of the show. It is great to see you for sure. We've got Rick in the house. What's up, man? Hopefully you're doing well. I do appreciate you being here. Who else is in here? Who else we got here? Good question, Sharon. I don't know. Do you think the SEC will go away? In light of other things coming down the pipe, if things are in fact going to happen the way they're going to happen, yeah, I could see them going away. Tom, all 3-letter agencies, I could see that too. We'll see, though. We will see what's going on with it. George, what's going on? Good afternoon, everyone who knows, of course, or someone that can show how to completely unbank yourself. Yes, we can completely unbank ourselves. George, if you're asking about that, check out Aster Blockchain Consulting. It's listed in the description of the video, and that is for sure. Crypto Professor, thank you very much. Appreciate it, man. It is basically a network access. You're accessing their network, which is their blockchain, which is a decentralized and distributed system. It is fascinating technology. Daddy-O, what's up, man? Good to see you. Hopefully you're doing okay. Hopefully you're doing all right. All right, cool. You guys and okay, great. You are still there. So yeah, Bitcoin Consultants Worldwide. Check them out. Crypto Professor is there. He can help you out with your crypto request needs and whatnot. So anyhow, you all have a beautiful, blessed day. I'll see you all this afternoon. Patreon's at 4:30 Eastern. Don't be late for it. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, it's listed in the description of the video. Come check it out. It's definitely worth it. Take it easy.